Hello, hello one and all, and welcome to Court Farm. This beautiful map by Oxygen David. We are up early in the morning as we stayed at the bed and breakfast here in the evening. This is essentially a little bit of a different style of Let's Play from what I've done. That looks like a collectible, we'll need that. We've made a great start to the day. This has been set up on a multiplayer map, so we don't have any farmland. However, we're already killing it, so it doesn't matter because there's collectibles. We're in the area because we've taken a job at Court Farm. So we've been told to come here. We've got our own account, which has got 3,000 in it. Court Farm has its own account, and they've bought land, and they've just been through the sale and bought some rather lovely vehicles in the sale. And our first job of the morning is to go and collect them and bring them to Court Farm. So luckily it's down the road from us. So here we head. Similar rules to my other Let's Play. Extra hard difficulty. Well, not extra hard difficulty, hard difficulty, because that's the hardest it can be. Money's small. We're going to see how far we can get. You want to come over, mate? I do apologise. But because it's on a multiplayer map, potentially we can do contracts anyway, because the idea is we will be a freelance contractor. But we have got a job at Court Farm. They'll pay us. We'll work out the wages as and when, based on averages, I suppose, and what we're doing. But also, because there's another aspect of it, they've got the farmland, so if they need things like stone picking doing, we can do stone picking. We can create more contracts than what is normally in game. If we pick up a baling contract and end up with silage bales, we can use them silage bales to feed another farm's animals, for instance. And I'll try and keep it in a bit more of a role play now. I'm just giving you the grounding of the foot, what's happening. So, up in the sale, they've had 3 straight off the bat. A little skid steer loader. They've not got any equipment, that's what we've been brought in to help them out with. They've got themselves a beautiful 6230R. That came with the Precision Farming Iseria Pro bits on the top. There's another contract we could do. We could pick up a scout and do the soil testing from, and a lovely trailer for them. I'm thinking we'll have more than one farm and we can flip between the two doing work for them. Do I not have access to this? Intriguing. I'll need to be on their thing to have access. Bear with me. And we're back. Right. This is nice, isn't it? We've got no vehicles ourselves, so we'll be relying on them at the moment. There is contracts though for harvesting on it, but I suppose Court Farm's got to come first, doesn't it? Wages wise, I don't know if to do 2-day months or 3-day months. I might do a 2-day month and then work out a sort of basic daily wage, and then 1 day is 15 days. If it's a 2-day month, 1 day is 15 days. And if you're working half a day, that's 1 week. And whatever we would say a week's wages might work. 3 days, 1 day's 10 days. Break it down. 2 days off, that's 5 days for half a day. 1 week's wage. That could work. Maybe. I'll work something out. I'll try and keep it as realistic as possible. I just wanted to jump in now because I've spent hours just getting set up and checking things out on the map. Another thing that we'll be doing is, because I enjoyed it so much on Valley Spring, is I've listed down field numbers and land numbers that are, and financial brackets of how much they cost. So we'll obviously need somewhere to live and somewhere to put our equipment, being contractors, to start with. And so because of that, I'll be doing a lottery bingo when it comes to us having the money to buy some land. I will be drawing it out of a hat. Or physically a hat. It'll be a cup or something. Court Farms Country Park, here we go. Nice. I would guess this is where we would go. Now that's the garage, so probably shouldn't have parked these in here, but I'm sure they'll tell me if they don't want it here. Don't want that. I'm big enough to turn the engine off myself, thank you. Right, this is for cows. No doubt they'll be wanting us to get some cows at some point. I like that. Ah. Maybe this is where they would keep all of their... your heap. Sheds. So we're essentially, I suppose we're a farm hand, but to multiple farms at some point when we get anywhere. It's nice and early, I guess. We'd better go and knock on the door and find out what they want us to do for a first day. Chickens, osses, if I do find any collectibles, because we are going to need them, I'll have to transfer them back over. Is that shadow? Shame. Nice. Got a daughter, maybe? Maybe not. Maybe I'm judging. Let's... Hello? Hello? Anybody? Hello? I mean, I've left the front door open, so unlocked at least. Grab one of them. Really well detailed, I have to say. We're gonna do it. That, not one to criticise, but I think that's a little bit low. Oh, great. Excuse me. No toilet paper. Oh, I'll go later. That's fine. Is that a... Oh wow, big old bathroom that. Oh, lovely, not the decor I'd go with, colour schemes, but a lovely house nevertheless. Right, where is anybody? It's getting on a bit here. Oh, hold on, is that somebody down there? Right, found him, spoke to him. He says, can I go and check? Oh, I've managed to switch back to my own thing. I think I can grant myself access to their farms. I've been told to go and check the fields, see if they need anything. They're possibly, looking at the map, is some harvesting due. And then down here. Nope. Alright, what have we got here? Linseed, ready to harvest. So, I spotted that from the drone. So we're going to need a linseed harvester and a I'm going to have to go and get a harvester and a trailer, I suppose. Not a trailer, harvester and a header. I will be back later. You stay and have a donut. Oh dear. Come on. How did you knew this was coming out? I was sat there for ages waiting. No, you've gone the wrong way. Right. So, first episode, pilot episode, teething troubles. Okay, very simple. I've accepted contract, and I was in the wrong farm, not me. I was in Court Farm. So, what's happened is the farmer has took on a deal. He's leased this equipment himself, and he took on a little deal and said that he wants me to harvest these 2 fields first, 2 smaller fields. Not that. It's got to be that. Like a tutorial, essentially. So I'd go and harvest these 2 fields first, and then I'll think about letting you free in mine. I've got to prove myself to him, obviously, so I think it's fair enough. This is tight, isn't it? I said, wait, that's not going to fit through, is it? No way is that the header going to fit in. Well, I've got crop restriction off, but I've got no other way of... Oh my days, it's gone through. It's fit. Right. Driven one of these for a while. FS19. So essentially what's happened is he's leased the equipment. That will be covered by the contracts. Any leftover I can keep or sell, which we'll have to sell. And he, out of it, will end up essentially getting a harvester on loan for free. So it's quite a good deal all round. No wonder I have contractors, because you wouldn't want your own. You wouldn't want to be, if this was your only field, you wouldn't be making a lot of money off it if you've paid for a combine. But I guess we'll find that out as we go along. Badly I'm out, so I'm doing well. So obviously with actual contracts, we could lease equipment or use equipment that we've got. If we use any equipment belonging to any of the farms, then we'll give them a payment for it. Or some sort of deal for it. Potentially we'll lease for everything anyway, because unless something comes up in a sale that's useful to a particular farm. So obviously not all farms have got arable farmland. And then obviously we'll try and build up our own selection of equipment ourselves, because then we can charge them for doing work on the farm if we're using our equipment, as well as get a higher price for the contracting. But also this is their money, so for instance I could put a worker on this while I go and get the trailer to cart it, because he's got the truck and trailer at Court Farm. And essentially the person driving the combine while I'm doing out the AI is just a worker for Court Farm, or the farmer himself or herself. I mean, we'll have to do that anyway, because there won't be we'll need that to move the grain with anyway, so I better go and get the tractor. It is incredibly tight around these country lanes. It's very British. Oh, he's flying out, isn't he? I've gone the wrong way. This is a good first day, isn't it? So first things we need are a vehicle to get around, and not to drive the wrong way. Done it again. Must have been down that track. Vehicle to drive around in, and no. And we want a parcel of land straight off, because you want somewhere to put all your equipment and stuff as you're building it up, and to store things like extra grain that might be yours from a contract, or we'll be leasing equipment as well. So down the bottom of here, I think. There he is. So I was going to pay myself a normal wage, but if they're costing we could work out the hourly rate, I suppose, and then we'll match it. Although we're running the show, I suppose. So I would want more money if I'm organising everything. We'll work out a fair payment. Oh yeah, nearly. All these posts. Right, I'm in. We'll get him finished up and move on to the next one. I've had a terrible mistake. Don't know I'm going to get out of this. Well, I failed that tutorial, didn't I? Field 8 is over there. I'm not sure how to get there. Also, I've instructed the man in the helper from earlier to drive the John Deere and the trailer down while I was sorting the mess out of this. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get there. I also don't think we're going to be back at Court Farm by the end of this episode. So I think possibly wrong, but there might be a track down by here. And that's what I'm working off. Stonebridge Farm, maybe we can do a bit of work for these in the future. Oh yeah, I think I found the point here. Very interesting parcels around, and we are not this field, next. Should we check on He's on his way. Well, he's more local than me, isn't he? So he's going to know what he's doing. I'm going to go. Chuck a vehicle into... No, he's just going wherever he wants. And speaking of wherever he wants, I've got to go around that side, haven't I? Well, what's he playing at? No, we'll come back to it because we're nearly at the end of this episode. I wanted to keep these under 3/4 of an hour. We're getting there. Now then. We're only meant to drop off a certain amount to the store, and the farmers rang me up and said if there's anything left over spare, which as part of the agreement would be mine to sell, he said instead of selling it, bring it back to him and he'll pay his market value for it, because he wants to use it for something, the wheat, which is good. So it doesn't really matter, we get paid either way. And we'll need some money because we're going to have to rectify the other contract. I forgot how good a little cheap combine this New Holland is. Not the best of turning circles, but it's a decent little runabout. Speaking of which, we're going to need something. So, this series will sort of organically have to grow as we basically just go along with the flow of what's needed to be done. We'll be working at the minute for Court Farms. There'll be other farms coming in as we get introduced to them. Obviously picking up these contracts here is meaning that we're meeting other new farmers, or not necessarily farmers but landowners that need contractors to do their work. Although today we're not really a contractor as much as an employee of Court Farm, and it's him who's the contractor. Nearly. Will it take it all? Right, well, I shall take these to the store and we'll see what we've got left. In fact, let's get Matey Boy to drive that back to the to Court Farm, because we'll need that for the next episode. Apparently that isn't a path, but this is. And this should lead us out to a roadway which will take us to where the drop-off point is. Ooh, it's got to be straight up, innit? Stay away from that ditch. It really does feel quite real. Tank this tractor in. So, next episode we'll be going to Court Farm to actually do some work. We've got a grounding, prove that we can at least drive a fairly large tractor through a country lane, not necessarily a combine harvester, but we'll be sorting out payment on the next episode, and then I'll have to sort out my mess up, because that's going to have to come out of my pocket. Now, which one is it? Sweet long meadow, this one. Otherwise that could be a right old palaver. Where am I dropping this to, pal? Ah, there it'd be. Should be able to clear that. Right, I'll drop this off, take everything back that's left, and sort out a deal with the farmer. And I hope to see you on the next episode. I do hope you've enjoyed the first one, as rough around the edges as it was. I'm sure it will get better as time goes on. Interesting. If you did like the episode, please drop us a like. If you've not subscribed, please consider doing so. And if there's anything you'd like to see on the series going forwards, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.